Hello everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Astrology. I think it's recording. I haven't made a video in a while, so today I am going to introduce everyone to, you guessed it, Venus. So Venus is it's a feminine energy, feminine planet naturally. So Venus is a very aesthetic, beauty, peace-driven, kind of self-beautifying, balancing planet. So Venus wants to add beauty and balance to everything around it. At best, it is very aesthetic. It's very fair-minded. It's very cooperative. At worst, Venus energy can be self-righteous. It can be manipulative. It can be deathly charming. But these are actually just Venus placements in it. They're natural planets. When Venus is placed into a sign that is very single-minded, like a Mars sign or Capricorn, it's not exactly necessarily happy because these signs are very focused on logic and results. Venus is focused on kind of exalting yourself, making yourself feel better, getting money. It's just really focused on not pushing yourself. So Venus can be a very lazy energy. So it's actually happiest in signs that enjoy this kind of slow and steady, let's do this right together kind of energy. So Venus naturally rules over Taurus and Libra and is exalted in Pisces. All of these planets are quite romantic, and by romantic I mean the everyday aspect of it, because in general the most romantic sign is, in my opinion, Leo. So Leo and Pisces are very, very romantic, and that's why Venus is exalted in Pisces, and Neptune is exalted in Leo, traditionally. But with Venus it rules everything to do with love, the idea of love. It's very, especially in Libra, the love is very idealized. It's just an idea. It's not the practical reality necessarily. So in Taurus, this kind of balances out by making these people less logical. By itself, without the influence of Venus, Taurus is extremely logical and steady. Putting Venus there actually makes Taurus the most positive earth sign. Taurus is the most positive. You'll see Venus, the way Venus rising or Libra or Taurus rising, very obvious. These people are usually very gorgeous people, and they usually have a small smile on their faces all the time. So you'll see them walking around kind of just with a slight confidence. So Venus is kind of like it's the lesser benefic. So it's a positive planet, but it doesn't add too much positivity to balance it out. So it's just enough positivity to make people look around and want to beautify their surroundings. So these people will enjoy indulgence. So while Jupiter people enjoy indulgence, they enjoy it also in every single way. So Jupiter is the greater benefic, where they enjoy all of the positive things, whether it's philosophy, religion. They want to make everything bigger and better. You know, they'll enjoy food as well. But Venus people are really focused more on the mundane positivity. They want to make everything mundane more beautiful. So they will, usually get interested in makeup. Anyone with a strong Venus will have an interest in design or makeup or jewelry or interior decorating. It's usually, especially if you have a Venus rising, you'll definitely find yourself in one of these fields. So Venus is also the opposite of Mars. Like I said, Mars is very single-minded and focused, while Mars at its best can be very innocent. Venus can be manipulative, sadly, because what Venus does is it wants everyone to get along. So what it can do at its worst can make everyone, even in Libra, even in Pisces, even in Taurus, these are where the Venus is supposed to be happiest. These people will not have kind of if you have a strong Taurus or Venus, or a Venus rising, you might focus too much on making sure everyone gets along and kind of cover up. So Taurus and Libra or Venus energy wants to cover up the ugliness. They want to cover up the single-mindedness. These people want to cooperate. It's all about cooperation. It's all about beauty. It's all about righteousness. So these people are righteous. That's another thing. Taurus and Libra and Venus energy wants to be the one. Especially if you have Venus conjunct one of your planets, or especially the sun or the moon, your emotions or your ego will be self-righteous. Basically, you want to make the decisions. You want to sit there in the middle on the fence deciding what's going on because you feel like you're right. So that's why Venus does rule the law. So it's strange because a lot of people are like, oh, well, doesn't Venus rule love and marriage? Well, yes, it does. It rules the marriage, especially. It rules cooperation. How do two people get along? You need to have someone in the middle. You need to have someone that decides how these two people that could be completely opposite are going to find a balance. Now, while Mars people are just like, I'm going to be myself. And it's beautiful because it's really pure. Mars energy, Mars signs are very pure. You know, you can see their energy radiating out of them. Venus energy people will be like, okay, this is who you are, this is who I am, let's find a happy medium. But it kind of waters down the pure Mars energy. So Venus can be a bit it's all about making sure the appearances and on the outside are fair. But people that don't have a strong Venus may see Venus people as fake or superficial or shallow or something like that. Whereas Venus people, the reason why they don't want to go too deep under the surface or go too far is because they see a balance that other people may not see. They see what they have. They really value what they have. So I've been saying a lot of negative stuff about Venus, but on the positive note, values are very important for Venus people. So especially if you want to get on their good side, if they value you, that's really important. They'll keep you in their life. Venus people have the capability to see in the long run what they need to do to make sure everything is balanced. Now, on the worst side, money can be an issue. They can either hold on to money and basically value money too much, or they can identify with the money they have or the things they have. So this can happen with both, Libra energy or Taurus energy. Venus is also an indicator in your chart what kind of relationships you'll have, how you how you think people should act in public, what you think people should do in public, how you think the ideal relationship would be. It gives you an indication of how you dress, what you think is beautiful. Gives you an indication of the kind of people that you'll likely surround yourself with, the kind of things that you'll likely have. So it's very, very much about, it's kind of anti-logicizing everything. So Scorpio and Aries are kind of the ones, they're ruled by Mars, so they're the ones that want to bring in logic. They want to bring in what will make me happy, what do I have to do to fight against the world to make myself better. That's a very pure, and they come from a pure place. But then Venus comes in and it wants to balance that out. It wants to go the opposite way. It wants to say, okay, I know what it's like to be selfish, but isn't it more beautiful to find balance between people, to create beauty around? It does not want to talk about logic. Logic is very boring to Venus people. Venus people see logic and math and everything else. They want to make it into something more beautiful and divine because it's about enjoying life. They want to enjoy the physical world that's around us. Why not? Whereas other people kind of see things more in a day-to-day grind, what they can do to get stuff done. Venus is definitely here to help us to enjoy and, you know, make every day a bit more easier because it's a benefic. So the Venus, say you're having a bad day or a bad week, Venus will come in and it will give you something beautiful. You may, Venus may influence you to buy something for yourself. Venus may influence you to start a relationship. Venus may influence you to go on a date. It may make you feel good while you get your paycheck, or it's just very basic stuff that the physical world wants to, it kind of shows, you know, whenever you feel like there's something around you and you get that feeling of beauty and romance, Venus does that. It kind of softens everything. It softens the blow of the harsh reality that the other planets may offer. All right, well, I hope you enjoy my Venus series. I'll be starting the videos very soon. Comment, like, subscribe. Just tell me what you think about my other videos. Tell me what you think I can do in this series. I hope you enjoy the videos. I hope I can describe really well what the placements in your chart how they will affect you, what they mean, especially personality, how they affect your personality. All right, thank you, bye.